Hello everyone and welcome back to Hockey Talk. I'm your host Jack Brooks, and today I will be talking about my predictions for who will finish in last place in the Metropolitan Division. Also, now I know I didn't upload yesterday, but that's because something came up right before I was going to record my podcast and upload it, and I just had no control over it, so I'm very sorry. Also, last podcast I did do a bold prediction, so I won't do on this broadcast. One more thing before we get started. Today is a kind of special, not very special, but kind of special podcast because today is the 10th episode. So on that note, I would just like to thank you guys for all the support, and if you've been here since day one, thank you so much. So now we can get started into this episode. So my prediction for last place in the Metropolitan Division is none other than the New York Islanders, and here's why. So last season they finished in second to last place last year due to a bad offensive moves and their defense they really need to step up their defense. They showed last season that their defense definitely needs work. Their right wing, left wings, they need to know how to really get their defense going. The entire defense overall just needs to be more aware. And to me, that's why they're going to finish in last place. Now, the Rangers, who finished in last place last year, to me, I don't think that they're going to finish in last place again, and here's why. During the off-season, they definitely worked on their team a bit. They definitely during the offseason, they definitely made some moves to work on their team. They helped out their offense a little bit, but they really started to me, step up their defense, or rebuild their defense quite a bit. To me, at watching them during the preseason, I just know that their defense is becoming more aware whenever they have the puck in enemy territory. They know exactly what they need to get done to try to put the puck in the back of the net. So definitely made better moves than the Islanders. The Islanders, they just haven't really improved their team. Watching them in the watching them in the offseason, I just think that they won't be able to conquer the regular season and really step up from last year. So that's really the main reason why I think they're going to finish in last place. Also, being able to lose to the Rangers and the Hurricanes to me. So for the Rangers, I know I just talked about them upping their defense, really being more aware. For the Hurricanes, just looking at their record, they're 5-0 in the off season right now. The Hurricanes have definitely stepped themselves up from last season, finishing third, I believe it was. They definitely have shown their strength. They've definitely shown that their new offense, after improving a lot of it, mostly during the draft, they have definitely proved that they can really step up. And just watching them right now being undefeated in the preseason, to me, is why I think the Hurricanes definitely won't finish in last. And also, for me, just back to the Islanders, like I said, they're unable to improve their team. To me, their defense definitely really needs to step it up. Just looking at them, whenever someone is trying to drive into try to push into the net, they are completely unaware of what they need to do. They don't know what they need to get done on both offense and defense. This is just a team whose defense completely collapses. They just give up whenever the puck is in their defensive zone. Whenever they get the puck on offense, they're trying to drive in. And, yes, they're aware that they find open holes to try to drive the puck in. But what they do, they find open holes and then they try to drive in. But when a defensive player charges on them, when an opponent charges on them, they're just completely unaware. Yes, they'll pass it, but they just don't know really what to do with the puck once they're really getting pressed on. Whenever whenever the opponent forces them outside to take a slap shot across the middle, they just are really bad at that. To me, the only way that this team can win is if they drive up to the net and really put one in there, but when they're driving up and a defensive player, an opponent, is trying to charge up on them, they are just unable to really be more aware of that and really just try to get the puck out, try to pass the puck around. Whenever they pass it, they're not passing it to the best player, I have noticed. They need to really find out when they're passing it, try to get to the most open player. For me, they have not shown that they can pass to open players. They definitely have shown that they suck at slap shots. They have shown that they can drive to the net, but then whenever they do, they'll choke when a defender comes up on them. Their defense does not know the situations, and for me, this is definitely just a big problem for them that needs to be fixed, and I just don't see them really conquering the Rangers or the Hurricanes again, even though the Hurricanes finished above them last season. To me, they just are unable to really step up during the offseason, and I don't see any sign of them changing once the regular season begins. So thank you all for listening. I really hope you enjoyed. Please tune in to next week's podcast where I will be doing a part 3 of this. Don't really know what division yet. Please like the broadcast and leave a comment down below who you think will lose the Metropolitan Division. And until next time, I'm Jack Brooks signing off for now here on Hockey Talk.